Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Hannah, and in today's video we are going to be discussing 2023 home decor trends. So if this is something you're interested in watching, please just keep on watching. But if you're not already following me on Instagram, I would love to have you over at Hannah Naylor. Without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so we are talking about 2023 home and home decor trends. Now, there are gonna be two parts of this video. One, I'm gonna discuss with you guys kind of my favorites out of the trends for this year. There's obviously quite a few, but I've hand selected like my favorites that I think are gonna be really good for you guys, myself. And then towards the end of this video, I'm gonna showcase how you guys can implement some of these trends without feeling like you have to break down walls, do a bunch of DIYs, or spend a lot of money. So that's gonna be two parts of this video. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of my video, I do just want to stress you guys that I'm not one that really lives religiously by trends. I think trends are trends, and what is trending now is not going to be popular in a year, 2 or 3 years down the road. We see this all the time. They are trends for a reason, and I feel like don't pay attention to them too much. Obviously, you want to stay relevant, but at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. If you love something and it's not trendy, still continue to do it, because what makes you happy is what is most important. It was funny because when I was reading my comments on my winter decorate with me, the reason why I'm discussing this is someone said, I heard chopping your pillows is not trendy anymore. And my response to her was, I've heard that as well, but I enjoy chopping my pillows, so I'm going to continue to do them regardless if it's trendy or not. So that is going to be my biggest takeaway when it comes to this video, is please continue to do what you love doing regardless if it is in or not. But without further ado, you guys, let's get into this video. All right, so the first trend for 2023, and we have been seeing this a little bit, but it is definitely gaining a lot of traction this year, which is mixing new with old. This is definitely something that is booming for this year, and I'm here for this trend because I think this is where we are gonna stop seeing that cookie cutter, copy and paste home, and we're gonna start seeing a lot more curated, unique spaces where people's individuality is going to really shine with this trend. Like I said, this has been something that has been around for years, but I'm definitely seeing things like this coming a lot more full circle. We're starting to see a lot more of it. Absolutely love it. We are seeing people mixing traditional with modern. We're seeing vintage with new. It is so cool, and I'm totally here for it. So that is the first trend that I want to discuss. So this next trend is definitely kind of hand in hand with the one we just discussed, and that is thrifting. People are starting to thrift. People are starting to go to antique and vintage shops. They are doing this, to curate their space. They're trying to find one-of-a-kind pieces. This also stems from like a sustainability standpoint. People are going other places and not going to just the big box brands. So I think this is something that a lot of people are going to start doing, and it's kind of fun. The hunt is really fun. I definitely have been getting more into antique shopping and vintage shopping and seeing what I can find, getting creative, and I think this is going to be a trend that we're going to see a lot more of in the year 2020. All right, so the next portion of this video, I'm going to be showcasing the trends that I love, but I'm also going to be showing you some examples on ways that you can implement them in your home. So the next big trend for 2023 is floral. I love floral. I'm tattooed with florals. I'm just enamored by them. I think they're absolutely beautiful. They bring this feminine, beautiful, delicate touch to your space, and we are seeing a lot more of it this year. Now, there are a couple ways you can bring this through your home. You can bring wallpaper, which is a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more DIY. I will showcase my daughter's room. Obviously, this is a very bold floral pattern, but this is for my kids' room, so it's a little bit more juvenile. If you wanted to bring a wallpaper, I would definitely bring in something a little bit more muted colors, something a little bit more delicate. Now, if you don't want to go the wallpaper trend, which is totally okay, another way you can bring this in is through your textiles. Blankets, floral pattern pillows, we are seeing a lot of this, and you can even go to Etsy and print out some super inexpensive prints that are maybe oil inspired photos of maybe a floral arrangement or something that has some floral in it. Now, if you don't want to go that route and you want something a little bit more original, you can go back to the whole antique and vintage shopping and hit up your local antique shop to see if they have any original oil paintings of floral. I see a lot of them when I go antique shopping, so I definitely think this is going to be something you can find easily. If you don't like the frame, pop out the frame and put something maybe a little bit more modern and up to date. But I definitely think floral is here to stay for the year 2020. The next big trend we are seeing is bold marble. Now, we saw this coming in last year. I saw a lot of homes starting to do this like backsplash bleed into their countertops of like Calcutta Viola, a very bold marble with a very dark veinage. I think it is beautiful. I love marble here in my home. I have a Calcutta, which is a little bit more of a muted marble, whereas like I said, this year we are seeing things that have a lot more of a statement, a lot more of a punch when it comes to the marble and the veining. Now, obviously a lot of us don't have the money to do a full-blown kitchen reno with marble. It's obviously a very expensive material, but a different way you guys can bring that bold marble in is through accents. For example, I picked up the marble tray that I'm going to show here in my B-roll for about $70 on Amazon, and this is a real Calcutta Viola tray that I love. It is highlighting that dark veining that we are seeing. It's very popular right now. So I think bringing in a tray, you can even add coasters to a coffee table, or you can even bring some decorative items throughout your home that resembles this marble as an accent and as a way to kind of be in the trend without feeling like you have to go and do a bunch of renovations and spending a bunch of money to be relevant to the time. So bold marble is definitely something we are going to be seeing a lot of, but I definitely think this is going to be a trend we are going to see come and go. Even though marble is a very timeless material, I think when we are doing something so bold like this, that it's going to be that like, oh, do you remember in 2023 when that super bold marble was popular? So I think this bold marble is definitely going to be something that is going to age itself. I still do think it is a very beautiful trend. So again, if you are wanting to implement this in your home, just bring in pops of it here and there through your accessories. Next trend, we are seeing a lot more moody vibes, which I am here for. I cannot wait to show you guys my loft reveal. It is almost done. It is a project that I've been working on probably for 2 years. It is something that I've been working very hard on, and it definitely reflects this moody vibe. We are starting to steer away from the all white everything, the stark white here, the stark white there. We are seeing people bring in color, deep tones, darker, richer textures, and I love this. Now, a simple thing for you to do when it comes to wanting to maybe enhance your space, maybe make it a little bit more moody, your rugs. Your rugs are something super simple to switch out. Maybe switch out your neutral cream rug for something that has a little bit darker of an undertone. Tones that reflect the green, the dark browns, the blacks. And yeah, I think it's going to change the overall look and feel of your space for really not that much money. There are plenty of rugs on the internet that you guys can shop, like Rugs USA, Rugable. There's boutique rugs. There's a lot of really inexpensive places to shop rugs. So if you are wanting to kind of freshen up a space or overall change the look and feel of the mood, I think the rug is kind of what grounds your space entirely, and a really simple thing to make it feel like that moody vibe. So that's the next thing on this list. So the next trend we are seeing, piggybacking off of the last one, which was moodiness, the color brown. We are seeing so much more brown. We are seeing brown kitchens. Do you remember when brown kitchens were like completely out and then everybody went to the all white? Again, trends come and go so quickly, but we are seeing so much more brown this year, and I really do think this is a great trend. I think a trend that's going to stay. Brown is a very warm and comforting color. Now, I think you can bring this brown through many different elements. If you are one that does not want to do a full-blown DIY or paint walls or repaint your kitchen brown, I think you could bring this brown factor through your textiles. Change out your pillows, change out your blankets, maybe add some decorative items, maybe add some vintage items or antique items that have that warmth, that brown in there. There are so many other ways you can go about this without having to do a bunch of kitchen remodeling to make your cabinets brown or painting walls. Simply just changing out some of your textiles or your decor elements can bring in that warmth in such a great and tasteful way. So that's another really big trend that I want to discuss on this video. The last and final trend on my list of trends for 2023 are arches. We are starting to see a lot more of these. I saw them kind of towards the end of last year, and now I definitely think people are moving into this beautiful sculptural arch entryways. They're taking arches into, you know, nooks, different areas throughout their home. And obviously a lot of us don't have the time, energy, or the money to change kind of our standard hallways or our standard walkways into a more arched space. So a simple way to bring that arch and movement into your home is by mirrors. Mirrors are super simple. And in my example, I show you guys 2 mirrors that are in my entryway. I got these on Amazon for I think $130 or $150 a piece. I just did double mirrors there, so you're getting that movement of the arch. You're definitely on trend. Now, if you don't want to do mirrors, a simple thing you can do is your decor elements. Get a beautiful marble arch, decor sculptural piece, put it on top of a coffee table book, or you can get links, anything that has movement that kind of showcases what we are seeing from a sculptural standpoint of your arches, and just bring them through your decor elements. So again, you don't have to spend a bunch of money to just renovate your space so that way it reflects having archways. You can bring arches in a handful of other ways. So that is the last and final trend that I wanted to talk about. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed talking with me regarding 2023 trends, and hopefully you got some inspiration on ways that you can implement some of these if you don't want to do full-blown renovations to your space. There are some just really inexpensive things you guys can bring into your home if you are one that likes to stay on trend or like be relevant to the time. These are all very simple and very easy to do. But until next time, you guys, I love you so much. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.